Yo, people, what you telling me? Back again for another Red Talk Monday, fam. New week, Faz. What you telling me?
I'm good, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, my brother.
I'm doing just about okay, man. Just about okay. Recovering from that freaking Leicester game. Um, but I think the Liverpool loss has put a bit of smile on my face. Do you know what I'm saying? Watching
I hear it.
Liverpool is in the midst of all of this, Spurs tears as well. In the midst of all of this, we're through to the next round. So I can just take that as a positive. You know what I'm saying? And then the other teams that have gone through, with no disrespect to them, they're beatable. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're beatable teams. We should be beating them. So yeah.
Facts. No, I hear it, bro. I absolutely hear it, and I completely agree, man. What did you make? What did you make of that?
Of what? The Leicester game?
Yeah. What's your
You
verdict
know,
on the Leicester game,
I'm
bro?
I'm not trying to pick at negatives. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying really not to, because I look at small, minute things like the fact that we got a 90-odd minute goal. That's pure Man United heritage, isn't it? That's just what our club is made on. And I look at it as a positive. Like we stuck to the plan, we stuck to the script, staying resilient, and eventually got the goal. We used the strengths of our team, which is Harry Maguire, in set pieces, and we ended up getting a goal. So that's how I look at it. You can look at the negatives, and we can pick the negatives and the issues in the team all day long, because there were loads of issues against Leicester. You know, they bopped us, absolutely bopped us. But it's a cup run. It's a FA Cup. We take our luck. Luck is needed. Last season it was Coventry. This season it's Leicester with the offside. Me, I don't care. I'll take it, bro. And yeah, some people might think I am forcing myself to be a bit positive, but when we're dire like this, when we're dying, I can't lie. I have to, or else it'll just depress you even more.
Yeah, but what did you make of the performance?
The performance was not good. Yeah, the performance was not good, bro. It was not good. Leicester players, they won every first ball, almost every second ball. They looked more aggressive. Their passing was better. Our team shape was absolutely horrendous. Mino's supposed to play one position, he's playing another position. Ugatu's supposed to play one position, he's playing another position. Our ability to play attacking football at home is non-existent. We don't even play attacking football. We play sideways, slow, almost like too relaxed, overcomplicating the passes. Almost like no confidence, and we're at home. So yeah, the performance was really bad, man. Really, really bad.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Really bad. Yeah, at home ground, the vibes was dead. The stadium was dead. Bro, everything was just dead. It's like the whole life of has been sucked out of the club. Really, I've not seen Old Trafford this quiet, in a long time, bro. In a long time. It's really bad. Really, really bad.
I hear it. Yeah, it's awful, bro. Do you know what I mean? The football's awful. How does the manager turn this around, in your opinion?
I put out a video before a couple of days ago, and I think the one thing that I noticed is he's overcomplicating his own tactics. He's overcomplicating his own decisions. One of the number one ways he's doing that is by playing the wing backs in the opposite role. Sorry, that he should be playing left foot on the left side, right foot on the right side, but he's doing this inverted, all of this stuff. It's just overcomplicating it. You know, asking Mino to drop in Ugate's position and asking Ugate to almost be like a Frankie de Jong-esque player coming in and picking up the ball. It's not going to work. These things are not going to work. And it's going to be his own failure. Yeah, we can get the odd wins, but he's really overcomplicating. Starting Rasmus Højlund again, you know, and then bringing on Xerxes, who did end up getting the goal, funnily enough, in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And not starting Xerxes enough. Again, these little things are just adding up to his overcomplication.
Yeah, but they're not really little, are they?
No, on the grand scheme of things, they're not. On the grand scheme of things, they're not. He needs to really address why he's making these decisions. It took him like 6 more games before he decided to put Kobe in the 10, right? We've been saying it like 6 weeks ahead. You've been saying it months ahead. But then he overcooked that. Do you know what I'm saying? So he needs to now realize I've had enough tests, more than enough tests. You know, he's okay to do tests, trial and error. It's perfectly fine. You've done enough. Now let's crack down. Now we know who's good in what position. let's do that. We wanted to see Bruno in the 8. He's put Bruno in the 8. You know, all of these things he's done all right. But right now, let's just keep things simple. Keep things as simple as possible. Spurs are beatable right now. They're very,
Yeah.
very. If only we play the players in the right positions, bro, we're in a much better position to score 1 or 2 past them easily. Easily. Play Xerxes, play Mino. Don't ask players to invert in. You know, put the wing backs in the right positions, and we'll be fine. And the other major thing is he's not using Casemiro at all. At all. He should have used Casemiro against Leicester, bro. He would have helped us a lot. Playing Ugarte together would have helped us a lot.
But that's something he's not gonna do, and we know that.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
He's not going to though. Like there's news today about potentially Casemiro going back to Brazil. Apparently, their transfer window don't close till the end of February. So there's talks of him going back to Brazil.
I hope he doesn't actually, because bro, that's another body gone, and then we're light on in midfield. Then I think I understand where you said his management of the squad has been poor, and you're not wrong. The amount of people that are leaving, which is very good, but we've not added the players. And if he knew that we're not going to add the players, then he shouldn't let the players go. Do you know what I'm saying? Let the players go in summer when you are bringing in players. Why are you letting them go in January, but then not bringing in, knowing that you're not going to bring in players? So he shot himself in the foot. He has shot himself in the foot there. It's a survival mode right now, the rest of the season. In the league, winning, losing, I'll be honest, it doesn't really affect us. I mean, yeah, if you lose too many games, you'll get relegated. But his road to 40 points, do you know what I'm saying? 3 wins or 4 wins, and we'll be safe. Let's be honest here, Rance. The main concentration is Europa and FA Cup. So whatever happens in the league is written off. I can't lie. It has to be.
It is written off, but performances cannot be excused.
Yes, it can in the league. Yes, it can.
No, it can't. No, you can't excuse performances in the league. You can't, because you have to create a culture and start as you mean to go on, bro. And the performances are not good enough, bro. I don't care about the results more than the performances. The performances are bad, bro. Like if we were losing games, but we are playing well and there was some encouraging things there, I'm inclined to sit there and say, you know what, I can see what he's trying to do. The players just aren't quite there yet. But there's nothing to buy into at the moment. The brand of football is horrendous. The lack of confidence that the players have in the football is obvious. And the fans are booing at games, bruv. Like we can't pretend that the fans weren't booing that first half.
They were blasting Kobe. They were blasting a lot of the players, bro. They were blasting a lot of the players, bro. Yeah, they were booing.
Well, there you go. So the manager has to turn it around, bro. Because
they
weren't booing for the 4 games that Ruud was in charge. These are the facts. And when you look at the football that Leicester were playing, yeah, you can't tell me Leicester had better players than us on the pitch, because they didn't, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And they outplayed us comprehensively. You can't deny that.
But it's a cup game and they lost. That's how I look at it. I think we won by just sheer lack of bit of edging quality, you know. Rightly so. Man United players are slightly better than Leicester players. That's just what it is. Just what the facts are. So we edged a win. We scammed a win. Is that something to be proud of? No. But Leicester can't go home saying we performed so well, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't help them anyhow. I'll be honest. It don't help them performing. It's at the end of the day, it's a cup game and you have to win to go through to the next round. And we did the objective. That's how I looked at the game anyways. The performance, the reason why I'm saying excuse the performance is it's a hand in hand. The managers messed up the squad management, and Ineos haven't backed him enough as well. And said, right, we didn't plan to bring in players in January, but let's be a little bit ambitious and give him at least 1 or 2 extra players. 1 or 2 extra players.
But the plan was not to bring in any players in January, bar 1 anyway. So why should they change that plan because he's struggling, bro? He wasn't supposed to be struggling, Faz. This is what people don't understand here, or they don't want to understand here. They did not bring in this manager to do worse than what Ten Hag was doing, or to do worse than what Ruud van Nistelrooy was doing. They brought this manager in because he's meant to be a coach here, and he's supposed to be able to get more out of this current squad. That's why he was brought in mid-season. If they thought that they needed to get him all of his own players here for him to play football, then it's a summer appointment. They brought him in the middle of the season because they thought that he would be a breath of fresh air.
True.
And he hasn't been that.
True.
He hasn't been that. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he has just come in, he said one thing, and he's doing the exact opposite. Do you know what I'm saying? He said that he was going to play attacking football, hasn't played attacking football. He's playing defensive fullbacks. He said that the players are the most important thing and that, and he showed that they're not the most important thing. Like his system, yeah, and the way he wants to play and his ideology and the way that he sees football, yeah, is more important than all the players, bro.
But I don't think he's done total opposite. He's not done the total opposite.
Yes, because he said he was going to play attacking football and he hasn't done that.
He's not got the enough quality of players to play attacking football, bro. Yeah, he can do better. He can do better with Rasmus and Kobe and Ahmad. He could definitely do better.
I didn't say anything about winning all the games, you know. I just said play attacking football. I'm talking about the performances. I'm not talking about the results. If we were playing front foot football and we were going for it, yeah, and the players weren't taking their chances and we was having loads of attempts on goal and the lack of quality was the reason why we weren't scoring, I'll say, you know what? We're playing good football, but we lack quality. Bro, we're not playing attacking football, bro. We're barely getting chances, bro. We're barely getting any. Like, we're conceding more goals and we're creating less chances first. Like, we can't pretend that this isn't factual.
We can't pretend it. The form of some of the players have been up and down as well in his tenure. So that,
and you can't see, you can't say that any players have improved since he's come in. He hasn't made anyone better. Nope. That's what he's meant to do as a coach. No? Or am I missing something?
No, he's not made anyone better. No, I mean Dalot's regressed under him. Martinez is been in and out of form. Ugate's been in and out of form. Mazraoui's been in and out of form. De Ligt nowadays is in bench. He's holding bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. I think the only player that probably has simplified his game a little bit is probably Bruno, who's not shanking the ball every other time he gets it.
But even Bruno hasn't been good though. Do you know what I mean? On the whole, he was awful last. He was awful last game.
But he's not every game consistently been shanking the ball. That's something that I have noticed he's not doing right consistently. But listen, that's even picking at minuscule things. He's not improved anyone. None of the forwards have gone levels above.
But this is the conversation we need to be having, because like I was under the impression that he was a coach. So because he's a coach, I was under the impression that we were just going to be better as a team because he came in. That has not proven to be the case.
I think one of the things that I am going to agree with is the coach aspect of things. We did bring him in to educate the players and make more of the players we have. We said under Eric that the sooner we play back three, the better we're going to get. We have more players that will benefit from playing this system. Now, we got a manager who can play the system, but I don't know why he's overcooking and overcomplicating the whole thing, which is making the players look even bad. Even Maguire, he's been in and out of good performances. He has 1-2 good performance, then he regresses. Then he has 1-2 good performance, then he regresses. He's not an Ancelotti. He's not a Mourinho, a Conte, where you get these managers and you just throw money and hundreds of million, and they just get you results. He's supposed to be, his forte is supposed to be working with players. That is his forte. And
but what if we got that wrong though? What if we got that wrong? What if he is the manager, that you need to give loads of money, because he needs all of his own players? And when I say loads of money, I mean in comparison, because obviously the Portuguese league is a much lower level, and he's at Sporting, who had good players in the academy and whatnot. And he's brought in players, bro. Like, I don't know how much he spent in comparison to what the average. No, but I don't know how much he spent in comparison to the average amount of money that gets spent per year in Portugal, because they don't spend a lot of money anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So I don't know how much he spent in comparison, to what the average is, to get the players in that he wanted. But he very much looks like a manager that needs all of his own players, to play the way he wants to play, bro. And that's not necessarily a good thing.
You can't be critical of him at this time, though, because he's not had enough players being
replaced. You can.
He's not had enough players replaced. The
squad it's got nothing to do with replaced. We don't have injuries, bro. We still have a strong bench, bro.
Yeah, we do. One of his favorite players is injured, even if we don't like him.
Faz. Last game, yeah, this guy brought Xerxes, yeah, Casemiro off the bench, bro. And man are talking about injuries, bro. Like, bro, we ain't got kids on the bench, you know. Like, what are we doing? We got Xerxes, Casemiro, Ericsson on the bench most games, the lit on the bench. Bro, we can't talk about that, bro. Like, it's got nothing to do with it, bro. The guy's got pretty much a full squad to choose from, apart from Mason Mount, blood. Like, we can't say, yeah, that after 15 games, it's too early to judge the fact that he can't beat Crystal Palace at home.
What the players he's got available, he should do a little bit better. But we can't
No,
sit
more
here.
than a little bit, bro.
Nah, we can't, because we've been here and said all of these players are dust and scrubs. So many of them. Can't tell me bar Xerxes on the bench. Yeah, okay, Casemiro. If you utilize him correctly, he'll be okay. But even then, bar Xerxes, who is there? Who is there that you can rely on? Not one. You can't tell me you could have relied on Anthony if he stayed. You couldn't. You couldn't tell me if it was Rashford on the bench. If let's say Amorim did manage the squad well and kept Rashford, you cannot tell me that, oh, he would have got more out of Rashford. He wouldn't have.
So why are you complaining about not replacing them? If they're
Because
useless, you don't need to replace them.
No, that's where obviously you do, because it's a body gone. You'd replace a body for a body, innit?
Not really.
What? Why not? We're missing an attacking
What's
player.
the point of having a body for the sake of having a body? Because
no, but you replace Rashford. You replace the player like Rashford with someone who can add value to the squad. A player like Anthony who can add value to the squad.
But if you're not going to replace them, and you know you're not going to replace them, then you just don't let them go.
This is where the problem is.
So why did he do it then?
Listen, obviously this is what we can presume. It's a presumption that he knew that he's not going to get players.
No, he said it's not a presumption. That's what he said in his press conference. I watched it.
No, but okay, fair enough, he did. But what about Ineos? Did Ineos snake him by not getting him players or letting go of too many players?
No, they didn't. You know why? Because he said, yeah, unless he lied to us, which he has no reason to lie.
Which I don't think he would. He hasn't done
exactly.
Today.
He said to us that he knew, yeah, that he wasn't getting players in, and it was his choice to get rid of the players, even though he knew that we weren't able to do much business in January. He knew that. And he still chose to do that. It was his choice, bruv. He said it.
I don't think getting rid of Rashford is more so footballing reasons. It's more so outside of footballing reasons the reason why he got Rashford.
I don't mind about him getting rid of Rashford. I'm cool with him getting rid of Rashford. It's the other two that I would have kept. I'd have kept Malacia and Anthony, bro, because they're both left-footed. We have a shortage of left-footed players anyway. He claims he wants to play attacking football.
Yeah.
He could have used Anthony as a wing back, and he could have used Malacia as a wing back, and he got rid of two wing backs potentially, brought in one, and he's playing him on the wrong side.
This when you put it like that, and I agree, it does look bad. This is just weird. It's very, very weird why he's done that. It's very weird. But does that lead to him, us saying that we don't trust him? We've got to sit here and call it out, but we have to say, look, what happens in summer if we do replace Anthony Malacia with better players? Then when he has a full proper season and he gets to work with the team for a little while out of a season in a preseason, then we can see what he's really about. He's inherited the squad, and yeah, his management of the squad has been just gutted out. I just don't want to deal with Anthony, Malacia, these guys. I just don't want to see their faces. And he's a bit too stubborn. And it's going to cause him problems. But long as he keeps going past these cup competitions and goes in a final, I'm okay with it, because everything else is by default written off. Everything else by default is written off. He's inherited a diabolical squad, mentally, physically, in all aspects, even the organization in itself. We don't know what Ineos is capable of doing. Yeah. We've only seen him make a couple of transfers and somewhat okay transfers. So let's see what they can do in the summer when they have a full window. Do you know what I'm saying? So right now, for me, everything is a write-off.
What's he done? What's he done so far, yeah, Faz, for you to trust him with, say, recruiting 4 or 5 players for him? What has he done so far?
You have to look at the example outside of Manchester United, because the data in Manchester United is not big enough. So obviously in Sporting, you'd look at
some people thought the data was enough after 4 games to give Ruud the job till the end of the season. So why is 15 games not enough?
True.
If 4 is
true. A lot of people did. I personally didn't think it was the right time to give Ruud the job. I didn't. I don't like the sentiment of ex-players anyways. We've been down that road before. But his data and his examples are all from Sporting and what he achieved in Sporting and with that squad and how he performed in Europe. That's all it is. In Man United, his only biggest games are his example: the City, the Arsenal, the Liverpool away games. His best examples in United has been his away games, not his home games. But you can't. I get how you're saying you can't trust him, but I still say the way he's handled some of these big names, I respect it.
I
Majority
respect it
of people might
also.
not,
I,
but
I
I
respect
respect
it
it.
also. I do respect it, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know where it's coming from.
It takes a lot of balls to just say, no matter what happens, even if you don't get me a player in January, I want Marcus Rashford gone. It takes a lot of balls to
It
not cave
does.
in.
It does, my bro. It does. Like, bro, listen, you know what it is, yeah? Like, and this comment on the screen lends perfectly to what I'm gonna say, yeah. I don't like the way, yeah, that people are so binary in life now. Like, do you know what I mean? Everything's just binary, bro. Like, oh, he's an 8. He's not a striker. Xerxes not a 9 because he doesn't play a certain way. Like, everything's binary, bro, with these people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the manager has gotten rid of Rashford. I'm glad he's gotten rid of Rashford because loads of managers have had problems with Rashford. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with getting rid of Rashford. We don't know why he got rid of Rashford. We don't know. We can only speculate. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he had a falling out with Rashford personally, or he didn't like how he was training or whatnot. We do not know why. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I'm not going to do, yeah, is I'm not going to agree with decisions he's made, yeah, without knowing what his reasoning is, because that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know what his reasoning for getting rid of Malacia is, because none of us have heard anything about Malacia having a bad attitude, being a poor trainer. Every time he's on the pitch, he gives 100%. He does tackle hard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he puts it in, bro. So I don't think that Malacia could have had a bad attitude. That's why he got rid of him. Yeah. Anthony as well. When Anthony's on the pitch, he gives 100% all the time. Like, literally, whether you like him or not, one thing you can't accuse Anthony of is not putting in the effort, bro. He'll run, he'll track back. Even when the quality wasn't there, his attitude was there. Do you know what I'm saying? It was there, bro. So when I look at those things, yeah, it's like, why are we getting rid of those players? Like, bringing on Casemiro in injury time, yeah, in the last game, yeah. You don't treat players like that. Like, the way he's treated Casemiro, he's pretty much frozen him out of the squad, bro. And Cass is still celebrating goals with his teammates, doing all these other things. Where if Cass was sulking, yeah, and he had a bit of a shit energy around the team, could you really blame him? Could you
Nah,
really blame him after the way he's been treated?
I wouldn't blame him. To bring him on 30 seconds left with the game is a bit sad. I can't lie. A
Yeah,
player of his
bro.
caliber is a bit sad. Is a bit
Yeah,
sad.
like, bro, like bruv, like, there's no real reason to do that. Remember how Mourinho treated Schweinsteiger, yeah, and how outraged the Man United fans were. They were
Mm.
like, "Right, how's Mourinho got man training with the kids and that? Like, a legend like that, just disrespected him." And this is what he's doing to Casemiro, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yeah, the fact that he's frozen out the 2 Brazilian players, it could be a fucking coincidence, but I'm starting to feel like it's not. Because Bruno and
Dallo.
Dallo are playing every single minute, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I don't really like that at all. And then even this thing about needing your own players in football, it's nonsensical,
I
bro.
don't
Like,
like the needing your own players. I don't agree with it. I've been down that road with Eric before. That's why I like that he signed Dogu, someone that he hasn't worked with before. And that's what we're
mm,
supposed to do anyways. We're not supposed to, just because we get a manager who's done well at a previous club, we're not supposed to go and raid that previous club
mm,
and bring all their players. That's something that I don't agree with at all. I don't agree
100%.
with.
And then look at the way he treated Xerxes, yeah, the substitution, yeah, and even the way he's treated him since then. Look at the way he's treated him since then, bro. Not starting him, bro. No one can tell me, yeah, whether you like him or not, that he hasn't earned a run of games in this Man United team. Why is he not getting one? Kobe Mino false 9, Rasmus back into the 9, still not doing anything. Like,
It must be the case that he just doesn't rate. I think he doesn't rate any of the strikers. I'll be real. I don't think he rates Rasmus or Xerxes. And I think he just prefers Rasmus a bit more simply because of he's all over the show, isn't he? He's just a bit
why does
physical.
he prefer him more? He doesn't impact the game more. He's not better for the team. Isn't the manager supposed to put out the best possible team to win a
Yes,
football match? Is that not his
yes,
job?
yes,
So
yes,
what if he doesn't fucking like him, bro? It doesn't
yes.
matter. You put your ego, yeah, and you put your football ideologies to the side, yeah, to win football matches. That's what you're supposed to do.
I think my biggest question mark was when he decided to play Kobe in the false nine. I think that exposed his decision making more than anything, more than any other game. The fact that he put two strikers, even if we don't like Rasmus, let's say, but the fact that he put both strikers on the bench and played a young midfielder as a false nine, it showed his lack of understanding on how to manage a big team like Manchester United. You could get away with probably stuff like this in sport, and I don't think you can
Of
get
course
away
you
with
could.
stuff.
You can't get away with this bollocks at United. And you know what the worst thing about it is, yeah? You know the reason why I don't believe in the stuff about the Xerxes stuff when man says, oh, like he just prefers Hoyland's profile, because did he honestly think that Kobe Mino was going to be able to play the nine better than a Xerxes? Kobe Mino's not even a better footballer than Xerxes. Like, why would he be better than Xerxes in the nine?
It's
Like, why
absurd.
would he? Like, if you just use normal logic here, why would Kobe Mino be better in the nine than Xerxes? A guy that's played
Absurd.
in the nine his whole career, yeah, and has a skill set that Kobe just doesn't have. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you
Yeah.
look at the way, yeah, that he's treated Xerxes, yeah, it tells me that this manager is not picking, yeah, he's not picking the team, the best possible team available to win games, bro. He's just picking the players he likes. And you're not supposed to do that. You're not
Mm.
supposed to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
As a manager, you're supposed to pick the best team to win the game.
It's absurd. He's come to Manchester United and he's just started doing these mad experiments, mad experiments. And don't forget, Ineos are looking at this as well. If Ineos have any form of competence in them, they're gonna see it. And if the results keep going bad, I think by Wolves game they'll sack him. I don't know if they'll have the money to sack him. That's another conversation in itself.
Oh,
If
I'm
they
sure there'll be something in the
contract,
contract. Do you know what I'm saying?
they
There'll
have
be
to be.
something in the contract, bro. They would have protected themselves. Big up Alex for the super chat. So the players we have suit counter-attacking football, hence Ten Hag having to abandon his style to play counter-attacking. Amorim needs better players. Ten Hag did not abandon his style to play counter-attacking. Ten Hag is not an inherently possession-based manager. He's not. And you can see by the players that he actually picked, yeah, and also by the players he bought. He's not possession-based, because if you're possession-based, you don't buy Rasmus Højlund. Like, so he was never possession-based. So he did not abandon his principles. He didn't abandon his principles. If anything, yeah, he thought he could try. He thought he was more clever than he was, and he tried to do something, and it didn't work.
But at the start of the first season, 2 games in, then the start of the second season, 2 games in, whatever he tried. I remember he tried the diamond with Ericsson in the middle as a DM. He did some weird concussed things himself as well. Let's not forget. Some of them they worked out, and some of them they didn't. But he never really played the same football that he played in Ajax. Whereas Ruben is playing the same football that he played in Sporting.
At Ajax, he had different profiles of players, and also at Ajax, they recruit for the club, so you kind of have to deal with what you got in it. It's a completely different situation for Manchester United. Ten Hag was given full license to recruit the players he wanted, and that's why he recruited so many players that he actually had already played with. So, well, already managed. So, a lot of the excuses, yeah, that have been made for Ruben, yeah, I simply don't believe that he deserves, yeah, the benefit of the doubt on certain things, because there's been too many things that he's done that defy all basic logic, like his treatment of Xerxes, his treatment of Casemiro. He's a manager who said that the players are more important, they're the most important thing, but he's not picking his best players.
If he
He's
was
not doing
benching,
it.
if it was meant to, listen, Xerxes, as good as he is, yeah, he's done okay, but he's not been given a run of games for him to show that he can perform at a certain level. I think that's the biggest thing with Josh. You need to give a player like Josh at least 5-6 game run for everybody.
You have to give a player like anyone that Faz. When a player is showing quality,
yeah,
which he has, and you have to give them a run of games. You have to. You owe that to them, and also you owe that to the team.
Him not giving Anthony a chance under a new manager, every player gets a clean slate. He's absolutely frozen Anthony out and just got him gone. Almost seems like an Ineos thing, to be honest, more than an AMORIM thing. But I don't know
It's not an
why.
Ineos thing.
I don't
Again,
know why.
You know why it's not an Ineos thing? Because even when he had him available, he wasn't playing him. This is, you know,
I know.
The problem with Ineos, yeah, having Ineos at the club now is, yeah, people are going to blame everything on Ineos because they don't want to call it what it is. Because look at Garnacho, for instance, yeah. Garnacho was playing even when he was talking to other clubs and he was potentially leaving because the manager wanted to use him. The manager didn't want to use Anthony, and he wasn't using Anthony. Even before Anthony had a club to go to, he wasn't using him. Same with Casemiro. So we can't blame Ineos. Ineos is not telling him that he can't play players because they're paying their wages anyway.
I don't get why
Ineos wouldn't say, don't play Casemiro. We're just going to continue to pay him 300 grand a week. It would be better that he's playing because they still got to pay him anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't playing these players because he didn't want to. Same with Rashford. He wasn't playing him because he didn't want to play him, bro. So we can't make excuses for the manager and say, oh, it's the owners telling him not to play players. No, bro. He came in and he says he's his own man. He makes these decisions and he's not gonna change and he's gonna die by it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't be giving him excuses.
I don't agree with how he's dealt with Anthony, even though I think Anthony's been terrible for Manchester United. He's not giving him an opportunity. Under a new manager, you get an opportunity. Under a new system, a new era, you get an opportunity to prove yourself. Everybody does. He's not done that. He's done that with Rashford. He's given Rashford a couple of games, and Rashford's proven that he's not capable or he's not willing, and then he's frozen him out. Whereas Anthony, he's not even giving him any opportunity. Any.
Well
and
done.
That's not fair. It's just not fair. With Casemiro, 0. I think there was one game against Newcastle, wasn't it? Him and Eriksen. After that, Kalas gone. Xerxes, he had a little bit where I think me and you said, I remember a couple of shows ago, we were saying, oh, maybe Xerxes is his Premier League player, and we're happy with that. Bro, next game.
And next game, he weren't playing.
Next game. So this is why I said he's overcomplicating it, man. It's not really hard right now. He has a decent enough squad to churn out some results. He really does. So he is overcomplicating it. He is overcooking it. But now if the squad itself was a couple of levels higher and he was still making these decisions, then I would say, okay, you know what? Yes, this guy is concussed. I understand where you're coming from. Why should I trust him? You have to earn my trust. But even now, if we pay him out of contract, right, and we get him gone, we're now regressing financially even more. Because, bro, as it is, we can barely buy anybody, bro. We didn't buy Tell for 10 million euro, or he didn't fit our profile or whatever, but just 10 million euros was struggle for us.
Nah, 10 million euro for 4 months is a piss take. We just didn't want to pay it. It's not that we couldn't. We didn't.
You can justify it anyhow you want, bro. But
no, it's a fact, bro. And I'm glad we didn't get him.
But what about Felix then?
What about Felix?
Why couldn't we get Felix then for a couple of months?
Bro, I don't know what going for Felix. I don't even know if Chelsea would have even loaned him to us.
Yes, they would have, because
because he's left the country, and I don't know if it's a dry loan or if it's an obligation. Also, United said they didn't want dry loans. They only wanted deals, for players that they could potentially sign. And maybe that was down to the manager, bro. Maybe the manager said, I don't want a dry loan. Maybe the manager didn't want to work with a player, that he wasn't going to keep. You can't say no because you don't know, Faz.
No, I'm not.
Faz, you don't know.
I don't, but also...
What do you mean you don't believe that? This manager, is bruv, one of the most stubborn people, yeah,
Yeah,
that
but I don't have to buy.
I've
I don't
already
have to
seen.
buy
And
into
you
that.
think, yeah, that he wanted a player to come in for 3 months that he knows he's not gonna fucking see again, bro. Think about it though. Think about it
Yeah, but
logically.
bro,
This
that's just
manager
how
don't look like the kind of guy that would just work with someone that's
the
not his player.
circumstances is right now. That is the circumstances of the club right now. You have to deal with a player for 4 months. Summer will go and get someone else. It's fine, but right now, you player like João Felix, you can definitely use to add to the squad, whether you like it or not. It's the truth.
Faz,
He adds to
your
the team.
what you would do, yeah, and what the manager would do is not the same thing.
Yeah, but Ineos also having they
It's got
said, oh,
nothing to do with
business.
Ineos, bro. If the manager doesn't want, yeah, a player that he's not gonna keep, why? Like, why? What about this manager
No.
right now makes you think that he would be happy to have a player for 3 months and then
All
never
right. So
see them again?
let me make my point. Yeah.
Okay.
Ineos, you said Ineos or the manager, both of them, maybe they don't want a dry loan until 3 months. It's basically babysitting. We don't want to babysit anyone's player. You said Tell didn't make sense. 10 mil for a couple of months. It's
12
absurd.
million plus including the wages.
Right. So it's just a bad deal. We're not doing that. João Felix, the manager probably didn't want a dry loan, so he wanted a permanent signing. Okay, cool. If that's the case, ain't this where Ineos are supposed to step in and say, you are not in charge of the squad? Yeah, you've parted ways with some players and we've accommodated that, but we will forcefully put João Felix in this squad, whether you want it or not. Because push comes to shove, you can use a player like João Felix. Ain't that what they supposed? Ain't this supposed to be a collaboration between the two?
No. How can you say to the manager you could use a player like João Felix? You could say you could use a player like Marcus Rashford then, or you could use a player like Anthony.
No, you can't, because Marcus's attitude and his antics off the pitch is just
no.
anything.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what you cannot do. You cannot bring in a coach the same way I said that you can't bring in Dan Ashworth and then tell him how to do his job. You can't bring in a coach, yeah, and then tell him, yeah, I don't care, yeah, if you don't want a loan player, here's this player and you have to play him. Because what if you bring him in? What if you pay 10 million for João Felix, pay his wages, give him to the manager, and the manager just doesn't play him because he doesn't want him? Then what? Do you have beef with the manager then? And
yes,
then do you sack him?
Then the manager's shooting himself in the foot. Then you have more data to say, yo, this
he's already shooting himself in the foot. Why are you going to spend money, yeah,
bro,
on a player that the manager doesn't want?
You're telling me Ineos didn't see it's the right fit to get Tell for 10 million, yeah?
What do you mean the right fit, bro? Like, bro, the manager's supposed to choose whether it's the right fit or not.
So we're not supposed to get Tell because it's not the right business. We're not supposed to get João Felix because it's a babysitting job. But we're supposed to make do with players that have been stinking it up for how many years? We're supposed to make do with.
Bro, look at this comment right here, bro. You said the manager needs his players, and now you're saying that they should just give him players and tell him to use them, bro. But he can't use the ones he's already got. That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me he can make do with Rashford and Anthony and Malacia. Malacia is one tackle away from collapsing.
Bruv,
he's one tackle away from collapsing.
Is he meant to be a coach or not? Because if he's meant to be a coach, then he's supposed to make do with what he has. Bro. He's got one of the biggest squads in the Premier League.
He is making do, and the make do got you Martinez in a hospital bed. That's what he's making do with. One of our best progressive passer from defense is now done for the season. So in this moment, you have to, as Ineos, you have to come in and say, listen, I hear what you're trying to do, the stubbornness, but you need a player, bro. Tell does not make sense. See another player that we can go and get you. It has to. If the manager is stubborn now and saying, no, I don't want any player unless it's permanent, But this is where the Ineos have to come in, because they said, we're not going to let a manager, let a coach make all the decisions on transfers. Malacia is one tackle away from collapsing. Martinez is done now, and De Ligt is holding bench because he's managing his minutes. Because De Ligt, I don't know if he's got an injury on whatever as such. So that tells you everything you need to know. Ahmad is one niggle away from our season finishes and no goals being scored. Do you know what I'm saying? So 100%, it goes both ways. I'm not disagreeing that. Yeah, the manager. Why did he not want João Felix?
I don't believe as a recruitment department you can tell a manager we're signing this player and you have to use them.
Using, and that's a different thing. Get a player in first. When a player like João Felix comes available in the market, you have to attack it. That's just what I'm saying. You have to attack it. Using and whatever comes later on. You might end up using him anyways by default because injuries happen, suspensions happen. You never know what happens. Look at how Harry Maguire's made his way back into the squad.
But Faz, if the manager, what is the point in going out here and spending money on a player that the manager does not want, bro? Because it's a waste of money for us when we already don't have money to just be spending, yeah? And also, what's the point in taking a player from one place where they're not playing and they're not happy to bring them to another place where they're still not playing? Also, with loan deals, a lot of these loan deals, there's certain stipulations in these loan deals as well. Like, for instance,
You have to play a lot of minutes, yeah.
Well, exactly. But what if the manager don't want to use him, bro? Then what? Because Anthony's loan deal, he has to play a certain amount of games or else the loan is void. And I'm sure Malassia's one will be the same.
I don't know if the manager, listen, like you said, we don't know if the manager blatantly said no to João Felix. We don't know.
Bruv, I'm not using João Felix's name. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not using João Felix's name because I don't know if he was available for us, my bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But all I know is, yeah, the manager came out and he said, yeah, that knowing that we weren't going to be busy in the transfer market, he still wanted to get rid of these players. We can only go off what the manager has said. We can't make assumptions, bro.
If we didn't like these players, a lot of these players that played for Man United before under a previous manager, if this manager wants to clear out the squad by costing us, in essence, European football, then so be it. I'll be honest, then so be it. Because we sat here for too long cussing out Anthony, sat here for too long cussing out Rashford. Malassia's just not played football for years. So if those three players are the ones that he's getting parting ways with, for the sake of what? Those three players, yeah, Anthony, Malacia, and Rashford are not putting us in any better situation than we already are. I'm never gonna buy that. Anthony's not giving us 6 or 7 goals. He's not. Rashford is not gonna give us 10 goals or 10 goals in assists. He's not. Malacia is not gonna give me 10 good crosses into the box, 15 good crosses into the box. Not one of them players are adding any value.
Okay, well, guess what now, Faz? They're gone. So don't complain about them not being replaced because they were useless anyway.
So why am I not going to replace them with players?
No, but you don't need to replace them because they were useless. They were just bodies. So you don't need to replace them.
Yes, we do.
Because you just said they're not gonna put us in a better position being here than not being here. So we don't need to replace them then because they're nothing. You just contradicted yourself.
Come on now. Those 3 players are not going to add value to the squad. So
you just contradicted yourself. You can't say
not.
You did because you said that even if they were here, they might as well not be here anyway. That means we're not losing anything. So why do you need to replace them? Why do you need to replace something that you don't need anyway, bro?
Because you then add value to the squad is made up of 20-odd players, Rance. You get rid of 3 players.
Not every squad.
You get rid of 3 players, yeah?
Right.
What you're gonna do? Not replace 3 players in the squad. Are you not supposed to have 3 wingers, 3 centre backs? You know, couple of strikers. That's just what it is. If you just look at our forwards now, we don't have enough forwards, bro. Obviously, we don't have enough wing backs because he's parted ways with possible 2.
You're saying we don't have enough forwards. He chose to get rid of 2 forwards knowing he wasn't getting one, bro.
You are trying to do the typical, you've said part ways because they're of no use. If they're not going to add value anyways, so them being here or not being here doesn't make any difference, right? That's what you're saying.
Bro, I'm not doing a typical anyway. Hey Faz, listen to let me put it this way, yeah. If you go in your cupboard, yeah, and you see a pair of trainers that you don't use, you don't wear no more, yeah, and you get rid of them, you don't need to buy a replacement for them because you don't wear them. But yes or no?
Okay, yes.
Well then, so how can you say that these men are useless? Like, we're not going to use them anyway, but we should replace them when we get rid of them. Why are you going to replace something you don't need?
Because then you can replace it with something that you can use.
No, but why?
Because
Why
right now
replace
it's
something for
chewing up
the?
space.
Why replace something that you don't need and it
Yeah, but
has
you're
no
going
use?
into
Bro?
technicality rants, knowing
It's
that
not no technicality, bro.
if we
It's fact.
replace them, no, if we replace them, we are better off.
You don't need. You do
So
not need to replace. Yeah, you do not need to by default replace players that you have deemed useless. I don't believe any of those players, yeah, are useless to the point where we're better off, yeah, not having them than having them. Apart from maybe Rashford. If Rashford's attitude was that bad and it was disrupting others, then I can understand, yeah, that's an addition by subtraction. The other two, I can't agree with that because we haven't heard nothing about Anthony's attitude or Malacia's. So we don't know that these guys are negative. We don't know that.
So really and truly, he's parted ways with Malacia and brought in Dogu, right? Left-footed player who can play on the left-hand side. His
And
crime
Malacia
is,
played on the left the whole time and he's played Dogu on the right. Why has he
but
done
his
that?
crime is he's played Dogu on the right. That's his number one. That's his starting crime, anyways.
Mm.
Anthony is replaced Anthony with heaven, you could say, right? He's replaced an attacker with a defender.
Yeah.
And then Rashford, he's not replaced Rashford with anyone. He's not said, he said, okay, Rashford can go. I'm okay. He's probably gonna pick one of the academy players to come and play in Man United at the time, for the time being. I'm not unhappy with it. I am not unhappy because I am seeing different faces that we can work with in the squad. Would I be happier if it was a João Felix, if it was someone else, if it was a Douglas Luiz? Yes, 100%. But right now, the state of the club that it's in, I am not unhappy. For example, if he let's say parted ways with Rasmus Højlund, just for argument's sake, yeah, and brought in a different player like Chido to play instead, we would not be any worse off. But that doesn't mean you say, oh, because Rasmus is gone, he's useless, he doesn't score, you don't bring anyone through. You don't
No, because Rasmus was still being used, bro. This is the point that you're missing. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can say that Rasmus is useless, yeah, but if you know you're not getting a replacement and you choose to get rid of man anyway, that is on you, blood.
So what if now you have what if Doggo gets injured? Or
oh yeah, well ask the manager that. That's not my problem. That's not my fucking problem, mate. What if Dogu gets injured? Yeah, what if he does? Shouldn't have let Malacia go. Smarty pants. There you go. So there you go. Like, this manager has fucked himself, mate, because he knew he wasn't getting replacements. So people can do the mental gymnastics all they want, yeah? He knew he wasn't getting a replacement for Malacia and he got rid of him. He didn't need to. Players are not needed, yeah, for the sake of being there. Because look at the size of Manchester United squad compared to the other squads in the league, bro. Man United have one of the biggest squads in the league.
Majority of them are not majority.
No,
Lindelof.
Factually, bro. Look at Man City's bench. Most of the time they got youths on the bench, bro.
But look at the depth of the squad.
Bro, we have squad depth, bro.
No, we don't.
We have it. We have it. Our squad depth we've lost it because we've been getting rid of players, bro.
Yeah, so it's okay because we don't need to replace them. They're useless anyways.
The brand knew he wasn't getting a replacement. Are you listening to what you're saying? He knew he wasn't getting a replacement. Man can say, oh, but we should have got replacements. He knew that wasn't an option and he still chose to get rid of them. That doesn't make no fucking sense, bro.
Listen, he's not willing to work with some of the players. And
then that's a him problem, my brother.
That is fine. We're not gonna go and do a madness in the league anyways. I don't know why fans are expecting a new manager bounce. Why are we? We are through in the next round of the FA Cup. We are in the Europa League. We qualified comfortably in the Europa League. I don't know why people are expecting good football or anything anyways. It's not like the level of the level of intelligence and ability in the squad has been heightened. It's not. People are expecting an instant impact on performance based on what the players we have. But let's be deadly honest. The manager's only going wrong in a handful of, maybe just a couple of things. Playing the wing backs in a different role, not starting Xerxes.
Brother, we got outplayed by a Leicester team that fucking rested and rotated their players, yeah, with a manager that had us also playing better football than this manager.
Doesn't matter.
The same players.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Because the team has been a disarray for decades anyways. Yeah, okay. And we're still, under Eric, we won trophies and X, Y, and Z. I don't know why you're asking for oh, we should be bopping Leicester off the park and this, that,
We
the
should
other.
be. We should be. We should be
Yeah, but
bopping a much changed Leicester team off the park.
we ain't
We
been
should.
bopping teams for how many years? Even under Eric, we weren't bopping teams and things were going bad. It doesn't matter right now how we get the wins until the manager gets these certain players replaced and the level of quality in the squad is raised. It just can't. You can't tell me we got Lindelofs.
Man, are talking about raising the level. When
Bro.
your level is higher than the opposition, I should be able to see that with my eyes. I can't see that. Every one Man United play, it looks like they're better than us. Every single team, bro. No matter how bad they are, no matter where they are in the league, and you're saying the players need to be better. We've got better players than other teams, and we're not looking better than them. Like what are we doing? I'm not comparing us to Man City. I'm comparing us to Leicester City. Like, I don't understand how football fans are doing this, bro. This is what keeps, this is what keeps the standards of this football club so fucking low, blood. This is what keeps it, because these fucking excuses, bro. We beat Leicester with an offside goal and got outplayed, bruv. And man are turning around saying, oh, it's because the players ain't good enough. They were way better than Leicester's players.
It's a cup game. And Man United right now are in pre-season runs. I am not looking at this manager any other way.
Brother, if this was fucking pre-season, you wouldn't be optimistic about the season ahead, mate, because the football's shit and we're losing all the games. So cut all the buzzwords of pre-seasons and all that. These are all excuses. I don't make excuses, bro. I don't believe in them.
I think only the two things: the Dogu situation playing opposite and Zirkzee not starting. But that
I don't believe in excuses. I believe in accountability. That's what I believe in.
I can't pick on anything, man. I can't. Even the way he's managed the squad. Yeah, you could pick on it. Yeah, sure, he can keep a certain players and whatever. You keep them players, you don't play them, they become upset, like Casemiro. But Casemiro's a professional, so
Casemiro has been a consummate professional throughout this whole thing. And to be honest, if he wasn't a decent guy, he would have every right to fucking throw his toys out the pram, because the guys playing ahead of him are not better than him.
Casemiro and, for example, a couple of years ago, Varane, they're top professionals. They don't cry and moan. You look at Rashford, his face looked like slapped ass, man, every week when he came to Old Trafford. Any play, you look at even Ahmad when he didn't play under Eric, he looked angry. Anthony, when he comes on, again, Anthony probably
the way Ahmad got treated by Eric Ten Hag, that's how Xerxes getting treated by this manager.
Yeah. Dogu getting hooked off at halftime. I don't know why. It's just the in-game management is more concerning to me than the squad management. If the squad was full of players, like a Chelsea squad, for example, if the squad was full of talent and full of players that are great ability, bar for bar individually, then I can say, right, okay, well, why is he doing all of these things? And he's maybe he's out of his depth. Maybe the job is too big for him. But right now, as it stands, the only 2 or 3 things is the wing backs, the striker not being starting, and maybe Casemiro being not utilized.
It's not though.
I don't think the passing, the performance. He's dealing with Harry Maguire in the back line. Harry ain't going to pull up any trees, man. I'll be honest. This thing about people thinking you're going to expect great football, Martinez is gone. So we're not getting our progressive passer from the back.
Bruv, Mazraoui can play out from the back, bro. I don't want to hear this.
Mazraoui's looking shaky himself. Let's be honest here. He's been looking...
Mazraoui don't look good as a wing back, and he's been another one. He's been persisting with him in wing back when he's better as centre back in his system.
But where did he play last game?
Centre back, and he was much better.
What and if he was much better, how was our football then? Our football wasn't much better. He had a good enough.
Yeah, but that's not because of him though, Faz.
He had a good enough performance,
bro. I feel like you're trying to do bare gymnastics to defend a manager that deep down, is failing, blood. Like he's failing, bro. Because you're coming out and you're saying actually. In-game management and all these other things, bro, he's failing, bro. The Brez lost 5 of his last 7. It doesn't matter.
The league been written off. He ain't failing in Europa League. He ain't failing in FA Cup. If he gets knocked out of one of them 2, and the time he gets knocked out, that's when I'm going to say, right, okay, now Wagwan. Now is a problem. Because it's his first, not even full season. But what's Mazraoui done? What has Mazraoui done? What kind of good performance has he had that's added to the team is playing much better?
Yeah, when the manager first came in and Maz was absolutely balling out of control, everyone was saying he's one of our best recent signings, and now man are going to turn around and ask me what Mazraoui's done because the manager's playing him at wing back. This is what I'm trying to say. No, but bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. It's like, I don't know, bro. I think a lot of these Man United fans and football fans in general are just living game to game, bro. Like they're not even collecting data from all the shit that's going on, like every single week, bro. Like I don't, like, bro. Like I'm almost lost for words, blood. I'm almost lost for words at this point, Faz, bro.
You want Mazraoui to play right centre back because he plays better. He puts him in right centre back because he plays better.
Yeah, and he played well. There was no problem with him at right centre back.
Right. Maguire, did he play okay? Did Maguire play okay?
I don't think Maguire was great. But what are you trying to say here, Faz?
But this is what I'm saying. There could be players who are playing okay, but the team as a whole are not playing good enough. So you can say Ahmad played okay, Mazraoui played okay, Dogu done well in the 45 minutes. But how come the team performs still bad? How did the team perform still bad? Players are playing in okay, but how does it? This is why I'm saying he's overcomplicating what he's doing. He needs to simplify it, and it's too early for me to say, "Oh, he's concussed and he's out of his depth," because he's not. He's making the right decisions. You wanted to see Kobe in the 10.
Who's making the right decisions, bro? It's taking him over 2 months to play Kobe Mino in the 10. Yeah,
it's taking him longer,
and he's only done it twice. Do you know what I'm saying? And he played him in the false 9 once.
Training sessions as well with the team to.
It don't matter, bro. Like, I haven't seen. Hey, Faz, I've never seen any of these lot in training, but I could have told man that Kobe should have been playing in the 10 from the jump, from even before he got here. And I ain't seen these man train a day in my life. I've never been to Carrington, mate.
This is where I got my eyebrow raised on him. I just got, like I said, this season is a write-off. So you are fully critical of him, and that's fine. But me, I'm on the back foot. I need to observe a bit more. That's
fair enough.
I didn't like.
Some people do need to observe a bit more in life. Do you know what I mean? Some people need to catch their wife in bed with another man to know she's cheating. I'm not one of those guys, bro. Do you know what I mean? I have something here called common sense, bro. You see when certain behavior just don't add up, I start to think, yo, something's going on here. Nah, bro, it's the truth. It is the truth. You've literally come in, yeah, and you've said, yeah, that the manager's overcomplicating things. You don't want to lay any blame, though. Do you know what I'm saying? We got Man United fans that are just happy to write off the fucking season because they're losers, bro. That's the reality. Like, bro, I've never been a loser a day in my life, bro. I don't accept, yeah, losing in this manner. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't accept it. I will never accept it.
Let's see if he can learn from his mistakes. Let's see. What if he can? What if he? How
many Premier League games has he had? How many Premier League games has he had, or how many games in charge has he had at all?
Oh, I don't know how many he's had in charge. Someone in the chat will know. I don't know exactly how many he's had in charge.
Because I can tell you, I'm not seeing a lot of learning, bro. I'm seeing Dallo at wing back every single game.
No, you are, though. You are. He's learning enough. He could have not played Kobe Mino in the 10. He could have not, but he did. So he is learning. He could have not played Bruno in the 8. He could have stuck to his guns from day dot. But he said, no, let's play Bruno.
Bro, he said at the beginning, yeah, Bruno's better behind the ball, innit? And he is better behind the ball.
No.
He was still persisting in playing him in the 10 anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? He was still playing him in the 10. He's only played him in a double pivot for the last couple games consistently. And even then, it's only more so now because Kobe's failed in there. So now he can't play Kobe in there because he knows Kobe can't do it. So Bruno's playing in there now because Kobe's not. Do you know what I'm saying? That was the trade-off. He just swapped them. But Bruno still played in the 10 more than he's played in the 8. So, whatever, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And then even though, yeah, Xerxes, yeah, has had his best games for United in the 9. Last game, he brought him in the 10, and I was surprised at how well he done in the 10. But he just looked pissed off. He was running around winning the ball and that. But Xerxes plays better in the 9 than the 10, innit? So, it's one of them ones where Dallo left wing back. He hasn't had one good game there. Still keeps doing it. There's loads of things. Hoyland up front still keeps doing it. You're saying he's learning. I'm not seeing no learning.
That is learning enough to play Kobe in the 10. It is a small move, but it is a big move. He could have well and truly not done it. He could have said, no, I'm not playing Kobe in the 10 ever. Never, I'm doing never. I thought he's never gonna do it, but he did. He did. It's only a credit to Xerxes that he's capable enough playing in the 9 and in the 10. He came on as a 10 and he scored. You know, so the manager's decision, whatever he picked, worked. It made an impact. Even if he came on as a 10, it worked.
Okay.
It did.
No,
you wanted Mazraoui to play right centre back. He's playing Mazraoui in the right centre back, and he's playing okay according to majority of us. So it is working.
Bro, I hear you, Faz. I'll be honest, yeah. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not backing no one blindly because
no, you don't have to. No, that's
I don't know this guy, innit? I don't know him. So it's one of them things where I'm not going to back him blindly and just say, you know what, whatever he does, it's the right thing because he's the best manager ever, bro. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, to me, he's no one until he proves he's someone, innit? Like, and at the moment, I ain't seen enough from this guy. For me, I ain't seen enough for me to just be like, yo, he's taking us the right way. I don't know where he's taking us at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that people don't feel like they're able to question it, it's a problem, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's too many things, bro. Like I said, there's too much of this binary conversations. It's either you support him blindly or you want him out. There's no in between for people. The same way, if you're a striker, you have to play striker this way. If you don't play striker this way, you're not a proper striker. All of this binary conversations, with things that are very, very nuanced, bro. And the reality is, most people just don't have the fucking mental capacity to have a conversation, bro. Most of these men are fucking dumb. This is the reality. They're dumb. That's why they're like, right, if you're not backing the manager blindly, then you want him out. Because their brain can't comprehend so somewhere in between, where the conversation needs to be fucking had.
So right now, Ranceroni, with all the data you've had, you are the CEO. You are Ranscliffe. What are you saying in your review? Because you have a review every 2 weeks, every week. What are you saying about AMORIM? I'm
saying you are failing currently. You need to do better. We brought you in because we thought that you were a better coach.
I thought you don't need time to wait until you see your girl in bed. So why are you waiting?
Wait. Listen to what I'm saying. We brought you in because we thought you were a better coach than Erik ten Hag. So if you're a better coach, even with the same players, you should be doing better than him. You're not. So either we got it wrong and you're not a better coach than Erik ten Hag, or you're failing. Either way, you're still failing. This needs to improve. It needs to improve. Whether you have your players or not, it's not an excuse, bro. You know why? Because your job is Manchester United manager, which means these are your fucking players. Surprise.
So
they're yours.
So you want him to improve, but you are very critical and you are on fraud watch. I want him to improve, and I also am on fraud watch, but I'm not as critical. That's just what the difference is right now. But we all want AMORIM to improve.
No, you're reluctant to criticize anything.
Sorry, what did you say? I missed that. What did you say?
You're reluctant to criticize anything.
No, but I've said the fullback swapping in the opposites is wrong, is overcomplicated. Actually, funnily enough, where I see him telling the players slow the ball down and pass sideways instead of passing it forward, which again, I don't know why he's doing that instead of, and fans are actually next to him saying attack, attack, attack. Like fans are chanting attack. And you know, when Old Trafford fans are chanting attack, it's long day.
Yeah, that means it's too boring. It's too slow.
It's too boring.
These men want fucking like heavy metal football all the time. That's what they want. But they're low IQ football fans. So I don't really, the problem is not for me, the fact that the football's not direct enough. It's not because it's not direct. Do you know what I'm saying? But
listen,
these players are playing, with the handbrake on. They're playing scared, bro. Like we
No,
played better football
definitely,
when Ollie and Rude just told their man to just play.
definitely. I can see it on the side. He's asking the players to be more calm on the ball, to slow the ball down, to slow the game down, when actually they need to speed the game up. They're doing the total opposite. I'm seeing these things as well. Now, you're saying give him time to improve. I have said I want to give him next season my traditional way. I think 13 to 15 games. Between 13 and 15 games next season.
So you're just writing off this season, bro.
This season for me, the league is a write-off fully.
Yeah, that means he's got to win a trophy then.
Yeah.
If you're writing off the league. You can't write off the league and not win a trophy, because then what are we doing, fam?
No, I think you missed the memo. I said either FA Cup or Europa League. Yeah, I said that already. My concentration is FA Cup or Europa League. I ideally want the Europa League, because only with Europa are we able to go and get thingy football, Champions League football. So I want him to win the Europa League. If not possible, go and win the FA Cup. But something have to get won, or a final. We need to get into a final. Let's get into a final. But how many are you gonna give him? At what point are you gonna say that this is done for me?
What do you mean? In what context?
Because you're seeing the performances, you're seeing the bad performances line up, you're seeing the bad performances pile up, and you are now at a situation where you have come to a conclusion that he is failing. Yeah, he is failing.
Currently. I'm not saying that. So how long are you going to fail? I'm not saying he's going to fail long term, but he's currently failing. Right. You cannot write the league off, bro.
So how much are you going to allow him to currently fail? Because you have to now do another review in 2, 3, 5 games time. When is your next review of him saying, okay, since the last review of you currently failing to now, you haven't improved? Are you giving him 2, 3 games? Because now window shut, everything is closed. The only thing we can do is a player might leave. Casemiro might leave because of Brazilian thingy, whatever. Okay. What are you giving him? Are you giving him to end of the season? Because
so what you're asking me is, lay out the question. Like, what are you saying?
How long are you giving to continue?
How long am I giving him? How long am I giving him to do what?
To turn boos into cheers.
Yeah, but how does he do that? How does one do that? What does boos to chairs even look like? Are we talking about a league position? Are we talking about a style of football? What are we talking about?
Well, firstly, you can do small goals to larger goals. The small
goals, but exactly, and the small goals, he's failed all of them.
Yeah, so for me, the small goals would be get the starting 11 right. That's the instant first. Okay. Instant first, get the starting 11 right. The larger goal would then be win a trophy, get into a final, right? Okay. Get into a final of one of the trophies. I think league position, it's very difficult to get into anywhere near Conference League. I think it's almost impossible.
No, bro. Like, he needs to finish in the top half of the table at this point. He's given us too much to do.
How many league games we've got? 14. If I'm not mistaken, there's 42 points up for grabs. I think, depending on
how he can't even finish. I don't even think he can finish 8th. And that's where Ten Hag finished.
Conference is not even 8th, is it?
Yeah, I don't think he can finish 8th now, the way that he's playing. Do you know what I'm saying? And if he finishes below Erik Ten Hag, that's our lowest league finish ever.
So how many games are you going to give him if for him to improve? Is it only one game? Because the shot goal is only one game, which is the Spurs game. He has to get.
But he's not going to do it in one game. The way I look at it, realistically, is if he finishes below 8th, where Ten Hag finished, and he doesn't win a trophy, he's under a lot of pressure. Like, if I was the owner, I would get the club players, in the summer, and he would have a very, very small time through pre-season and the start of the season to show me that he's the guy. And if not, I'd have his replacement already lined up. I'll be completely honest. That's how I'd be moving.
So is it safe to say
I don't fuck with failure?
So is it safe to say you're okay with him even if he finishes outside of top 10 this season?
I am okay with him, but then he has to hit the ground running next season.
So what difference is it to what I'm wanting? It's the same thing. The season.
No, it's not, because you're letting man off, bro. We were 5 points outside of the top 4 when he took over, yeah, and now we're in the bottom half of the table, bro. Like, he's lost ground. Do you know what I'm
Yes, he
saying?
has.
He's lost a lot of ground, yeah, and he's lost ground, yeah, doing things that he had control over. It's not acceptable, bro.
But you said you don't need to wait until you see your girl in bed with another man. So if he's
no, but
out
what
of
I'm
top
saying
10,
is, yeah, you're saying that the season's a write-off. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, really and truly, if I'm being honest, yeah, if I could go back to when he's just came in and I was the owner, in my head, I'm saying he can't finish below 8th. That's what it is, and I need to see a style of football. That's what those are the goals I'm setting in my head. I'm saying I need to see a different style of football. He needs to be getting better out of the players than the previous manager, and he needs to finish where the previous manager finished or above. That's the goals I'm giving him. I'm not really putting trophies there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting trophies there necessarily. Do you know what I mean? So if you have not implemented a style of football by the end of the season, yeah, that I can buy into, you finish below the manager, previous manager as well, I'm not keeping you, bro.
so
Why would I
okay,
fucking keep you?
right. So by the end of the season, if he's 8th or below and not won a trophy, it's long day for him. He has to go.
I'm not saying he has to go, but I'm saying, yeah, that he has to hit the ground running in pre-season, yeah, after he gets 4 or 5 players.
But why would you give him chance?
No, but bro, I'm saying now, based on where we are right now, if we're asking if I was the owner of the football club, yeah, when he came in, I would have told him flat out, you need to get better out of these players than the previous manager. And your goals are, you have to finish above where we finished last season, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you're gone, bro. I would have told him straight.
At the moment, you do not.
Man United shouldn't be finishing out of the top 8, bro. Because we have a top 8 squad, bro.
You don't trust him enough at the moment. So
Faz, I don't trust anyone, bro.
So why would you trust him to hit the ground running next season with 4 or 5 new players?
Faz,
why would you even give him 4 or 5 new players?
Faz, everyone in life that I trust, yeah, that I actually trust, is because I've seen something. It comes from actions. He hasn't done anything for me to trust him.
So why would you trust him start of the next season?
Bro, I'm talking about now from where we are. I'm talking about from where we are now, because I can't, yeah, I couldn't have foreseen, yeah, how he was going to perform, yeah, up until this point. So I'm at a stage now where I can say, you know what? I can give man the benefit of the doubt and also say the season starts now because the January window's closed. Because remember, there's a lot of information we're not privy to. So for instance, I thought that the manager was going to get players in January and he thought he was going to get players. But he's come out and he said that he knew he wasn't going to get players. So retrospectively, I've said, you know what? He's fucking misused the squad then. Because if you know you're not going to get players in, you definitely don't let players go. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can only work on, yeah, the information I currently now have, Faz. That's why I'm saying, yeah, based on the current information now, is how I would deal with it. If I was the owner of the club, when I brought him in, that I'm dealing with it differently. I'm saying to him, yo, I don't give a fuck if these are your players. You know that you're not getting no players in January. So you have to at least, yeah, show me a style of football, yeah. We need to be playing better football. We need to be playing attacking football. You need to be showing me, yeah, that you're setting up the team the right way. You need to be showing me these things. You have to be, bro. And if you don't finish above where the previous manager finished, there has to be a good enough reason for that.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm saying. So from now, the season starts now, January is finished, till the summer.
Yeah.
He has to turn BOOS to cheers by picking the right 11, by definitely scoring more goals, because goals win your games, going forward into the cup competitions, into a final, and trying to win one by any means necessary. From now until summer,
I wouldn't even give him all that pressure, Faz. I wouldn't even give him all that pressure. I would have told him, yeah, bro. as much as I want him to finish above, yeah, where Ten Hag finished, like I said, if we were playing better football and I could see, yeah, that, yo, the brand of football's better, the atmosphere is better, the players are happy, the fans are happy with the football, everything's cool. Maybe we're falling short of the points because they're learning a new style of play and maybe quality's letting us down. I could overlook that. But the football is worse. The results are worse. Do you understand what I'm saying? You've taken man backwards.
So that's why I'm saying.
And it's not 2 steps backwards to go forward.
But
it looks like we're just going backwards.
But in summer, you have to review this. You have to. Why will you, Rance, give him the start of the next window and the start of next season if from now until summer he keeps going backwards or he doesn't turn BOOS to cheers? Why? What? Because right now you don't even trust him as it is. So if he doesn't turn things around, why would you trust him anymore? You won't, though, will you?
I wouldn't.
Exactly, you wouldn't. So by the end of this season, it's either we are able to give him a window and trust him, or we say, nah, we'd not, the game over. Because that's what I'm trying to ask.
So you're asking me, yeah, if things continue exactly how they are right now, yeah, as in the football doesn't get better, nothing gets better, and we finish the season in the bottom half of the table, would I get rid of him in the summer? Is that what you're asking?
But we somehow get to a cup final.
Why can't you just be straight in it? Why do you keep throwing in other stipulations?
Because we're going to play cup competitions now. It's all part of this.
Listen to what I'm saying, yeah. Because man are now saying cup competition. The reason why I don't like the fact that you threw that in, yeah, is because Erik ten Hag won a fucking FA Cup, yeah. But I could see that this guy wasn't taking us forward, so I would have sacked him after the FA Cup anyway.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you throwing in the cup here doesn't.
Okay. So let's take the cup. No, that's fine. Let's take the cup away because it adds extra shit that doesn't need it. So just on the league, if the football doesn't change and he keeps making these weird concussed decisions,
yes,
where he's playing the fullbacks, the wing backs in the opposite directions, he's not giving Xerxes enough run of games, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you can counter it for injuries.
Based on how he's managing the team currently, yeah, if we finish the season at 13th, yeah, and I was the owner, I would not keep him.
There you go.
I would not, because I wouldn't see any reason to.
Okay.
That's what it is. Like, bro, man saying, I hear you want us to play better football, get more goals, but the squad's weaker. Bro, he chose to get rid of these players. That's not my problem.
For me, I don't look at I totally agree with you that we did this thing with Eric, where we gave him the first season, he won a trophy, and we bought into all of that malarkey. Yes, I totally hear that point that you made. But the reason why I'm giving him the grace of a trophy is simply because Ruben straight away has come into Manchester United and he plays his system. Whether the system works or not with the players that we have is a different conversation. But Ruben plays the back three that he played at Sporting, and it's the first priority that he has achieved, which is play your system. Then you look to add, subtract, bit by bit. You sew this thing together and you start playing the football a bit better, the attacking football a bit better. Can he do it quicker? Of course he can. Should he have done it better? Of course he should have. But he hasn't. That is why the league for me is written off. The reason why I concentrate on the cup a bit more, it helps the team. It helps financially, not even financially to be fair, unless it's the Europa League and you get into Champions League. But it just helps the fan base and the team a bit more. The players like Kobe's, Ahmad's, Xerxes, it helps them with their confidence. That is the only reason. With the league, it's a fair point. You have to try and come same position as Erik ten Hag. You know, it is very fair. It is not an absurd ask to come same position as Eric, considering at what point you inherited the squad. The squad wasn't 13th when you inherited it. Exactly. It wasn't 14th. It was very, very high up on the table. And you have fully gone backwards. So from now to the end of the summer, with the team that you have, what is your bread and butter? Can you make it work with this team? And that's where the trust comes in. If you can progress this team into the top 8 of this Premier League with fewer players, with players injured, with lack of quality, that will tell me that you definitely are the right man for the job.
Yeah, because it will give you something to believe in, to buy into. But currently, there is nothing. I don't know why people are so scared to say it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what it is? People want to people really want to be part of the majority so badly, yeah, they can't speak their mind because they're scared that people are gonna call them names, bruv. Who cares? Who cares,
100%.
innit?
If he deserves the trust if he can come into the top 10 of the Premier League with this team, considering he's been stubborn about letting the players go, considering he's been stubborn about not bringing in players. 100%. If he go a little bit further in the league, he definitely deserves the backing. But from now until the summer is when the really like the tough gets going, innit? You really gonna find out. Really gonna be thingy. But you yourself, me, everybody, we're not ready to be fully AMORIM out because we want to see, now that the window's closed, see what he can do in the next.
Nah, bro, it's not even about, bruv. It's not even about wanting him out, bro. I want to see what all the fuss was about.
Yeah, when you see, you have to.
I want to see what all the fuss was about, my brother. Like even this, we get mad at Ten Hag changing his philosophy to save his job, yeah. But now we have the opposite. We're unhappy. We got to be patient and suffer. Bro, listen. Respectfully, Gavin, that's a load of bollocks, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's not about changing your philosophy, my brother. It's not about it. You don't need to change your fucking philosophy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If your philosophy, yeah, is winning football matches, then you win football matches. If your philosophy is possession football, yeah, then you can play possession football, bro. That's a philosophy. If your philosophy is attacking football and scoring loads of goals, then you don't need to change your philosophy, bro. Like adapting, yeah, the system that your preferred system, yeah, to the players you have is not changing your philosophy. It's not changing your philosophy. Like being rigid, yeah, being very, very rigid, yeah, and not adapting to your players, yeah, there's no fucking, you don't get a Purple Heart for that shit. You know them, man. Like, I don't know what man want. I don't know what man want.
Like, from now to the end of the season,
he's giving him plaudits, yeah, for being stubborn and losing. Like,
yeah,
I've never seen anything
by the
like
Wolves game, Rance, by the Wolves game,
like it, you know. Imagine
by the Wolves game, you will have enough data. You will have enough data to know.
Brother, imagine, yeah, man are applauding man for being stubborn and losing. I've never seen anything like it. It's just like you, man, applaud fucking wingers like Madueke and Garnacho and that, yeah, for trying to dribble at players and losing the ball, blood. You applaud the effort.
So why are you going to give him time?
Bro, you applaud the effort. You applaud the stubbornness, yeah, from just running at players and losing the ball. You just keep applauding it, bro. I've never seen a generation of football fans, yeah, that are so fucking weird, blood. You know them as like, man, applaud failure, you know? They applaud it. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. You're fucking failing, bruv. Do something else. No. That's just the way he plays. Play different, bruv. Because you're fucking failing. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen anything like it. Do you know? I've never seen nothing like it, bro.
Let's see if he plays different against Spurs and Everton. Because if he doesn't,
if you're in a fight, yeah, and you've got your hands down and you're getting punched in the face, man are gonna say, yo, put your hands up and block the punches. Nah, this is how I fight. All right, cool. You're getting fucked up, bro. You're gonna block. No, this is how I fight. My hands down. You're getting punched up. Nah, this is just how I fight. All right, cool. It's not working. It's not fucking working, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man are applauding AMORIM, yeah, for losing, blood. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I've never in my life. And then man want to call me negative. Nah, bro, I win. I fucking win. I don't.
He won against Leicester. Listen, he won against Leicester. Let's see.
But I've never been a fucking loser, my bro.
Let's see if he can win against Spurs. Spurs and Everton.
Lose. Faz, I find a fucking way to win. Always.
Spurs and Everton. Well, that's what he did against Leicester, didn't he?
He didn't find a way to win. The players won.
Either way, he put Harry Maguire on the pitch.
The players fucking won.
Harry Maguire was on the pitch,
brother,
and that was the manager's decision.
Brother, man them, yeah. Man them are applauding, yeah. Man them are fucking applauding, yeah. This manager saying that he won. No, the players won, bro. His substitutions were shit, blood. This bro left Ugarte on until the 90-something minute. He left Dallo on. Do you know what I mean? He left Hoyland on. Brother, what are we talking about, bro? This guy coached a loss, you know, and won.
Oh, we're doing coach to loss and coach to win prop. Ah, man.
We We were shit, Faz.
Luck is involved. Luck is involved,
If it
man.
went
FA Cup
penalties,
magic.
we probably would have lost because the momentum was completely against.
That's a hypothetical because we didn't. We won the game.
Brother, you're not making any sense right now, my brother.
We won. I'm gonna give him till.
It doesn't matter that we won. There was bare times under Ten Hag that we were shit and we won as well, bro. And
So why are you giving him to the end of the season?
That Ten Hag was shit, bro.
So all of this, yeah, he's failing. So what now, Rance? How is he turning it around? Because he ain't turning it around.
Brother,
what
how is he turning it around, bro? He needs to start making better decisions than he's currently fucking making, my brother.
So by Wolves game, you will know. By the Wolves game, you will know. For me, I'm excusing what he's doing.
Brother, you're telling me by the Wolves game. You don't need to give me, a time of when I'll know or when I won't fucking know, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because maybe by the Wolves game, you will know, blood. Because you know what's going on in your head, bro. Because I'm hearing bare stuff and it's not making a coherent argument.
You're making all this sense, but you're still not telling me when are you going to give him
bro,
the final
I don't need to fucking give you an answer, bro. I could wake up tomorrow morning and say that I've had enough, bro.
Why? Because you have all this data.
I don't need to give you a specific time as to when he's gonna do something, that is gonna be the final straw for me. I don't need to give you that. What I can fucking give you right now, is the facts that he's underperforming, bro. And the numbers show you that. The fucking performances show you that.
None of which I am disagreeing with. I'm in agreement that he's underperforming. But
so what then? Well, then all I'm saying is don't make fucking excuses for man then.
It's not excuses. The most important thing is this season for me is a write-off. I just want a couple.
But there you go. That's where we're gonna disagree because I don't have a loser mentality, bro. The season's not a write-off.
Season's a write-off. We're not getting.
It's not a write-off, bro. We're Manchester United. We can't be writing off seasons, bro.
You see what we're gonna achieve coming top half of the table.
All right, cool. So we'll just lose every game until the end of the season, then, yeah.
Well, that's gonna get us relegated.
I will.
Exactly. So you have a base level standard for this manager. I mean, if he is losing the next 4 games, I'm sure Ranceroni will change his opinion to more critical of Ruben Amorim. Surely. If he loses the next 4 games and doesn't change football and does more match shit,
that you've already said the season is a write-off, yeah, you are okaying a failure, bro. There is something inherently wrong with that. The fact that you can't see that, it just shows where your standards are, bro.
I am. Well, that's fine. My standards for now, this Manchester United club, the season is a write-off. The league is a write-off.
Well, there you go. Well, if your season's a write-off,
I am calm.
If the season is a write-off for you, then I cannot expect you, to hold this manager accountable, and I can't expect you to hold this team, to any good standard because you've written the season off. So
yeah, for me, it's only
so what are we even talking about?
I can't.
What are we even talking about? If the season's a write-off, that means no matter what happens, it's okay for you. So
only cup. I'm looking at only cup. There is no achievement in coming further forward in the league. Yes, from now to the end of the season, if he performs well in the league, he gets more points, more goals. We're in a better position. He deserves a more time and what do you call it, trust in the market. For sure. But with the squad that it is now, he ain't going to do any better, bro. I don't think it gets any better. The games that we've got coming up,
because he's not coaching.
The games that we've got coming up, the hard games as it is, the opposition teams are playing much better than we are as it is. Until he changes.
Why are they playing better than us, fans? If they don't have better players than us, some of them.
Because our manager is making wrong decisions more often.
Okay, then.
He's making wrong decisions more often.
Well, then, so hold him accountable for it.
Why he's doing that? It's only him and his God knows, man. Only him and his God knows.
Accountable, bro. Like, don't be afraid.
I have never not held him accountable. I told you on the show. I just said
the season's a write-off, so you're giving him a free pass.
Yeah, but the season's a write-off because he came middle of the season, and people are expecting a new in-season bounce, and we've not had it. We've not had an in-season bounce. That's the fact. We've not gone on a run of games. We've not gone on a run of games in the league. Our performance, our system has changed, but the performance haven't changed. That's the fact. And that's why people are so upset. What if now he beats Spurs, Everton, Ipswich, and goes on a 3-game run? But he keeps playing the same way. What if things happen? Football is fine margins. Shit can happen. What if he scams 3 wins back to back? 3
What
wins.
do you
He
mean?
goes
What do you
further
mean?
up on the table. The shit still remains the same. The performance are still bad, but he scams 3 wins back to back. It's a mad way.
Yeah, but at the moment, we just want points, bro. Because
Every
he has to make those points up, bro, because he's lagging.
every game you have to judge individually. That's why with the players that he's got, Luke Shaw came back for fucking 24 hours and got off. It's a lot of fucking weird shit in this season.
Hey, bro,
That's why I'm
I'm
looking
just
at it.
hearing hella excuses, Faz. You're my guy,
No, but
innit?
that's why this season. No, but
I'm
I
hearing
am.
excuses and not solutions, bro.
I don't need to have a solution right now because we ain't got the freaking facilities for solutions.
All right, well, fair enough. I don't agree. I believe, yeah, that he can coach these players better. He can get more out of these players. He can win
You
games
before
that he shouldn't be
January,
losing.
before January, you were Ineos. January, Ineos didn't do much because the manager didn't want to do much, and then the manager didn't want to do much because
Again,
he's
Faz. Now you're talking about Ineos, bro. I'm talking about the manager coaching players, and now you're talking about stuff above.
Yeah, but that's
the
what I'm
manager.
saying. New data comes in.
Bro, nah, bro. What you're doing is you're using diversion tactics, bro. We're not talking about Ineos now, bro.
My point is, new data comes around every game based on fine margins, based on the manager's decisions and whatever. The league getting further up on the league, coming top 10 and whatever, don't do nothing for us. It doesn't help us attract any players. Nothing. Winning the Europa League helps us actually get into Champions League. Helps us put us in a better position for next season.
Getting the Champions League to do what exactly?
So getting in top 10 to do what as well? Nothing. It don't achieve nothing. He can perform good in a conference.
I'm talking, bro. It's not about achieving nothing. I'm talking about, make up for the ground that you fucking lost, bruv. Because you took over the club 5 points off top 4, bro. So now you need to make up the ground that you fucking lost, blood. Because we gave you the benefit of the doubt that you just came in, you lost ground, but now you need to find some sort of progress and make it up, bro. That's why I'm giving a league position, because you need a certain amount of consistency to get up the table. Consistency will tell me that you're improving.
What if he doesn't?
Understand what I'm saying?
But
winning the cup is not consistency.
Okay,
bro.
so
in one of games we can still beat anyone.
So let's keep it simple. What if he doesn't come in the position that you have set for him in the next run of games?
What do you
till
mean?
Summer?
What if?
Then
what do you mean? What if, bro? I'm not Ineos, blood. I already told you. If I was the owner, yeah, and he finished, yeah, in the bottom half of the table, yeah, and he continues to play this brand of football, I'm not buying him a single player. I will sack his clout, bro, in the summer.
Okay. Let's see then. To the end of the season. I hope he can turn it around, man. I hope he can come.
So do I. I hope he can turn it around, because he speaks well, and I like the way he breaks down football. But guess what? If I want to listen to bars, yeah, I'll listen to Kendrick, bro. I don't want to listen to this bro chat to me, bro.
Now, Kendrick,
you know what I'm saying, bro? Show and prove. You know them one. Show and prove, blood. You know what I mean? I don't like managers. I don't like managers that are better at talking than coaching.
Okay. Well, listen. every Monday we will review runs till the end of summer now. Let's Monday.
Go. Do you know what I mean? Big up, yeah, everyone in the chat. Do you know what I'm saying? We're redirecting to Footy Talk with Don. Make sure you subscribe to Planet Faz, blood. He's closing in on a milestone as well. Let them know what you got coming up, my bro.
Yeah, just the regular shows. Live later on tonight. Turkey vlog is dropping soon. And Cooking with Faz is dropping soon as well, actually. So yeah, and then
Cooking with Faz, you know, fuck yeah, no, mate. Fair enough.
Listen, calm down, man, because you flipped 2 steaks on a grill. Yeah,
but man said 2 steaks, you know,
you flip 2 steaks on a hot grill, and you think you're the shit. Yeah, you don't know how to cut chicken. You don't know how to cut fish. Stick to football.
What do you mean I don't know how to cut fish, bro?
You don't even know how to sharpen a knife.
Faz, that's not even a flex, bro. Not only do I know how to sharpen a knife, but bro, I could pay someone to sharpen my knife.
Oh, how about that? Well, I'm sorry. I'm not fortunate.
How about that? Bro, there you go. Don't chat shit to me.
Because you can pay. Pay me. Pay me. How about pay me?
I can't do.
How
I
about
can afford to pay a man to do.
How to cook.
You know what? Damn, bro. Man can't chat to me about.
Bad man can cook.
Yeah.
Have some respect.
Rance, you can't do this, bro. Listen.
Ranceroni cannot cook. There you go. And Rance don't like
Cash
it.
rules everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Rance, you can't do this, bro. Listen.
It's not nice to flex on poor people.
Bro, listen. Bro, this guy's talking about, right, you can't do this and 2-2 steak, bro. Listen,
All you do is open the
blood.
freaking. All you do, yeah, is go on Instagram and open the lid of the grill and close it. That's all you do, bruv. And you poke a metal into it to tell you what temperature it is.
It's a thermometer.
Outside, we don't need no temperature thing, bruv. We can tell.
Yeah, I know, but bro, listen, Faz, I don't have the Bengali belly like you, bro. Like my food actually has to be the right temperature. I know you man can eat raw meat. I can't eat that.
So how do you think my ancestors and my back home people made steaks and chicken and all of this? They don't have
but bro, people come to your country, eat your food, and they die fast, bro. Because they shit their insides out, bro.
No,
you lot can eat it, but we can't, bro. So I don't know.
How?
bro, I don't know why man's talking. This man's talking like we can eat their food, blood. Man, go street food and that, bro.
If Asian restaurants shut down in the UK, the economy is collapse. If Jamaican takeaways close down, nothing is gonna happen. I promise you.
Hey, bro,
you won't even scratch the surface,
bro.
The Asian food. If we collapse the Asian food in UK, the economy is finished,
brother.
Big up Rishi Sunak,
brother. I can't lie, yeah. You might be right, fam. You know them ones there. You might be right, but that's because them man are not cultured enough to eat our food, fam. I hear it.
What?
It's the truth, though.
What do you have,
brother? Them man are eating dead chicken kormas and that, bro.
You put peas. That's all you have is peas.
Man's talking about all we got is peas. Them man are eating fucking lentils and chickpeas, blood. What are you talking about?
You have rice and peas. You have
man, 5 we only got rice and peas. Man,
you have 5 dishes
and that. What's man talking about? You man been eating every fucking
and
pea,
considering
because half of you man don't even fucking eat meat, blood. Man are just eating peas and that.
Considering you're Jamaican and the fact that you cannot scale and gut a fish is shocking.
Bro,
it is
shocking.
What do you
mean I can't scale and gut a fish, bro? What are you talking about?
You can't.
Brother, how do you know what I can and cannot
because
do?
You owned up to it last stream when you said, "Oh, it traumatized me." I see my grandma snap a chicken, and it traumatized me.
I talked about me being a child, in yard, and my grandma killing a chicken, bro. Like I'm not a child anymore, bro. Stop assuming things, bro.
Can you gut and scale a fish?
Yes, I can, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You know why? Because it's too much effort, bro. And I pay for convenience, bro.
Me, I take pride in cooking my food like that. So
that's good for you, my brother. You know them ones there. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy's trying to diss me eating, like premium steaks. A man's talking about gutting fish, bro. Safe. You know them way there. I hear it.
It's okay, bro. Man. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Man is trying to stunt because Big Runts has peas. He's trying to. Well, one day I will get to premium steaks as well.
Listen, one day. Listen. It's not even a buy.
One day.
That's not my thing. You get me?
One day.
You know what I'm saying? Ribeye steak for me, please. You know what I'm saying? Big up Faz, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Cooking with Faz will be there, bro. And I swear down, if you don't wash your hands, bro, I'll be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. You know what I'm saying? Footy talk with man like Don coming up, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Cooking with Faz, blood. Listen, make sure you got that lemon and that vinegar as well, blood. You know,
you don't have to tell me.
No, just make sure. I'm just saying, cuz. I'm just saying.
You cook
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah. You might as well be like Ruben Amorim.
Nah,
not making the wrong decision. Just a steak on the grill. That's all.
I don't know about all that.
Steak on the grill. That's it. With a thermometer in the middle. What are you really doing?
I hear it, bro. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'll see you guys back here in a second.